I just do some little cuts. All right, I'm sitting here with David Andrews, Glen David Andrews. I know him as David, he's a good friend of mine. All the Andrews family, they all good friends. Terrence, I love his little cousin Terrence, even though he says he's aggravating.
Yes.
Hey Dave, what do you think, man? How you like that new album? I heard a lot about that.
I'm feeling real positive about it. I'm happy to be able to go into a different direction outside of traditional jazz. And I wanted to do gospel because for me it's always enjoyment to sing.
Right.
And my background is from the Baptist church, although I didn't sing as young, but I was in it, I heard it, I was around it. The same as The Last Is Your Family. It's a part of the neighborhood.
Right, yeah.
Your uncles or whoever go to the bar room on Friday night and play the gig, they might have been in with the Bible class and played the organ.
Right.
So it's all in your family, and I wanted to do it. And I think the main thing I wanted to do, I didn't want to do a contemporary gospel record. That's what I'm most happy about, that it turned out to be a real Southern gospel, old school like I heard and what I grew up on record.
Right. And look, as being a musician that's played with you, I know that's a strong influence on you, and I've done it with you and your cousins, and y'all come up with them 3-part harmonies, just like in churches.
Well, what we done in the hall with your family and my family, even with your dad, it wasn't nothing that really had to be practiced. It's kind of hard to explain.
Exactly. You
got to feel it.
That's right. When that spirit hits you, you know it. There ain't nothing you can do but play.
Even right now you hear the band. The good thing about the band is they freewheeling. They playing what they feel. They play what they like. Now, as we was walking up, we heard a gospel tune. Now they playing a Mardi Gras tune.
Exactly.
You got to feel it. But most of all, man, I'm happy to be able to do a new record. I love playing with my new band that I'm with. I'm happy that the opportunities that the DBA, different clubs have given me to establish myself.
Right.
Because I don't want to work in every club in New Orleans.
No. But you're on Frenchman Street, and that's one of the biggest streets happening, really, you know.
It was time for me to get on Frenchman Street, but at the same time, I don't want to stay on Frenchman Street too long.
Yeah, and you had been there already anyway. You played Spotted Cat a few times.
It's nice to play with everybody. We get to play the Vipers. Even a good gig, and one thing about Frenchman Street is that it really developed into the musical district. I would say Frenchman, like Uptown by the Maple Leaf, but overall it's Frenchman Street.
Right.
So it totally makes sense to have a gig there that people are always passing.
Right.
And you have, I would say, out the majority of the clubs, I only hear good things about most of the club owners.
Right.
The only experiences I have are pretty good.
Right, yeah.
I think the bands could be paid more, but other than that, it's a definite place you can play.
Right.
It seems like a marketable place to have merchandise.
Exactly, and that's the main thing that makes it for us down. It makes us different than New York.
It makes it different with the merchandise, but the good thing about New York is they don't have to peddle their CD
and
pass the bucket around.
I know.
I'm to the point where I don't think I should be passing the bucket around or peddling the CD. Not so much peddling, promoting it yourself.
Right.
But nonetheless, we got to take it to a different level where we can really learn how to mass market to a crowd that really wants to buy a traditional jazz record.
Exactly, yeah. And that's always hard. I mean, jazz only has like 1% of CD sales of jazz.
I think for me, if I could just sell 5 records today in the store, considering I would sell more in the street, but in the store, it's a good day. But most of all, we got to go podcast. You got to go to websites, Googles, the MySpaces, everything, FrenchmanStreet.com. They got outlets for you to go get the music. Yeah. But we got to learn how to mass communicate through that computer.
Well, that's one of the things we're trying to do with that FrenchmanStreet.com. We're trying to put people out there, let them know that, look, these guys are available, man. Buy their CDs, buy their merchandise, go to their website, and keep them going,
I think it could be done. A lot of people tried to do it, but with all those musicians behind it and a real conviction.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right, exactly, man.
Now, I would think that more New Orleans people should jump right on board. But we looking for the people in Austin to pay attention to FrenchmanStreet.com.
Right, yeah.
With the people in New York, any California, there's no reason for all the acts I see on Frenchman Street not to be at the Independent in San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly.
In LA.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
Well, let me ask you about the new CD you're working on, man. I know you got Matt Roddy on a couple of cuts. I seen maybe even Bruce Bragman coming around. I mean, that sounds really good. Is it traditional or you?
What we gonna do? We gonna throw in a traditional record. Because it's always great to keep the good music. I love the tradition. Is what I am.
Right.
And a lot of my fan base still wants to hear Blueberry Hill or just hear me play some good old New Orleans too.
Yeah.
But right now, that's one record we're working on. But the main focus is the band I'm working with. I'm recording this next record. I'm trying to line up people like members from the Radiators, Marshall Ball. I'm trying to do a New Orleans rock record.
Yeah, no, that sounds great. Almost like a swamp pop type thing.
Not really. It's just taking the brass band
and putting it into rock.
putting it to rock with different
instrumentation. It should work, bro.
But leaving it as New Orleans. We not, say we turn the jam band, we not trying to, do like Troy or nobody, which is a great thing, or Galactic. I'm doing what I know how to do. And what I know how to do is I can take the same songs from the street, remove the bass drum, the snare drum, and the tuba with the clarinet. We add an electric guitar, B3 all the bass player, and drummer.
No, that
trying to get
awesome.
different venues. We're not really trying to just do the jazz thing, because I can do it all. I can do traditional jazz, I can do a funeral, I can do a wedding, I can do a festival, I can do an auditorium.
Right.
But I need to focus on just doing a good record to really get me out there. I need a good record. I think I done some good records as far as New Orleans concerned. It's time to really do a great record. So I think rock.
Yeah.
About 15 originals.
No, a lot of people don't know that I mean, and I guess I know from playing with you and being friends with you for so long that you write some great songs.
Man,
I mean, you had a couple songs that even might almost went on made it on the rap charts, didn't you?
We had one good one to run. I wrote.
Knock with Me.
Yep.
Knock with Me. Yeah.
But the thing with that is like I tell people, it's hard to write another Knock with Me.
Right. Yeah. Well, when you do Main Street Blues, man, that's got
3 of them.
You got 3 of them on there. I love all of them.
I gotta get that first record back in print.
Yeah. We get that rolling.
You gotta write your own material. You gotta play your own shit.
Right. Well, you already one step ahead of the game by writing your own material, whereas most traditional guys are just playing the same tunes from the 20s and 30s.
They play the same tunes, but they have the same gigs year after year.
Right.
The same people hire them. They play in the same venues. They don't allow other people to really per se get it.
Right, yeah.
So that's what kind of shuts the door on the traditional thing.
Right,
it cuts off a certain amount of people, a certain group of people.
It's kind of like a set. You grow into it. You keep staying in it.
Not everybody grew into it. You got some people that grew into it. Their children wasn't a part of it, but since their family's still in it, they're able to come back and get the gigs. And people wanted to play bebop or whatever. They didn't want to play traditional jazz.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
but they found out that it paid.
It pays, and that is a very important part of all of jazz. I mean,
it's the beginning of it. You can't play nothing Miles Davis played if you don't know Red Allen.
Yeah, and most people don't know Red Allen. They'll know Louis though, I mean, which is great.
Louis knew, and
Louis knew too. Yeah,
they called it Red Allen.
Right. You
got to go to the source. The source is not just Louis Armstrong. You got Jelly Roll. You got a real source of music that you still hear. The young people in New Orleans and that me and you, the bands we play with still play.
Right.
Outside of here, you're not gonna hear them tunes.
No, Fats Waller, man. She's one of the greatest writers. Andy,
you got to hear the Fat.
Yeah.
They playing.
All right. Yeah, man. You're about to head out. Well, look, they play us a little tune, man.
I miss the tall sugar pines, and I love a Sunday second line, where you can hear the Rebirth Brass Band, the Andrews family play. And one day I will see that neighborhood they call Tremy. And if you want to see me, turn on your screen on your PC, FrenchmanStreet.com.